And here you have a giant Thomas the Tank. It was made in 1997 by Tomy. So if you're trying to purchase one now, it's highly likely you're going to get a second-hand version. I've put a small standard Thomas on top so you can see the true scale. I just wanted to explain the pitfalls to this giant Thomas. If you can get one in very good condition, it is truly a must-have for the Thomas the Tank fan. There's a number of things that you need to look out for, and that's the purpose of this video review. Thomas measures approximately 20 inches long, about 8 inches wide and 10 inches high. Well, the first thing to look out for when you're trying to purchase one of these Thomas the Tanks are the buffers. The buffers open, and what they do is they reveal the section that your train will drive through. On the lower level you get 2 trains. On the top level, which is revealed by lifting Thomas's face, is 1 level. Now the most important part of these Thomas the Tanks is this funnel. The funnel is quite often snapped off, but you can see what it actually does. It turns Thomas's eyes from left to right. Makes a really nice feature on this particular item. Just going to close the buffers. Now the problem with the buffers is they get loose and they start to fall off. Now on the front that's not really a major problem, but on the back, as I'll show you later, it really is. Thomas also has a whistle. Doesn't work particularly well, but it does have a whistle. It's also a storage device for your trains. There's one blue flap that lifts there. You could probably get Thomas or Duck inside. Let's have a look. I'll put my normal Thomas. Yeah, Thomas fits in there nicely. There's one on either side, so you could get 2 standard small trains in those. You wouldn't be able to fit Henry, Gordon or James, but that's fine, because what you have is you have another storage compartment which is revealed by lifting the top of Thomas. Now this is where you can get 3 large trains. I've left a very small piece of track inside. This is a 1/4 straight. This is probably the most important piece that comes with this set, because if you don't have this, the track that you try to set up will not line up. It's just that Thomas is probably 2 inches too short. Now also on the top here, what you do have is a stop and go. And that's why, as I said earlier in the video, Thomas can act as a station, because you can stop the trains with a stop and go feature there. There's also, for the 2 lower levels, there's 2 grey levers here that also do stop and go. Let's go round to the back of Thomas. Here is where the buffers are so important. Really, these buffers are a little bit loose. The tighter you can get them, the better. And the reason for that is the rear of Thomas lays down and should rest on the buffers. As the trains, now you can see on this end, it actually reveals 3 slots, but only 1 is for driving the train through, and 2 are for storage of the tender type trains. Also, when you open the lower buffers, what that does is that reveals the 2 lower sections where the 2 trains go through. So the front and back, when you open the buffers, reveal 2 drive-through sections, and when you lift the rear of Thomas, it reveals 1. That one actually goes through the funnel at the front. This is really nice when set up. On the sides here, there are 2 grey levers. If you push them up and down, If your Thomas is in perfect condition, what they actually do is open the buffer doors automatically for you. The problem is most people don't use them, so the buffers get damaged. Now, earlier in the video, I did say to you that this isn't motorized, but you can push Thomas from side to side, and as you can see, his wheels do move. He's a little bit squeaky, but the wheels do move. Now, below the wheels, there is another lever. If you push this lever, what it does is it firms up the wheels so that when you're using it as a stop and go station, the wheels won't move. It's real rigid and solid in place. So just to recap, if you're buying one of these second hand, check that you've got 4 buffers in place. Check that they're as solid as possible. These particular ones are a little bit loose. See if the levers that open the buffers work. And the most important piece, in my opinion, is the funnel. Make sure that the funnel's not snapped off. And then again, the most important buffers are the one at the rear. And that's because that supports the rear of Thomas, which actually creates your layout. Well, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon.